Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new Let's Play series in Kaiserreich as Sweden. So we're just going to get started right away. So my goal for this campaign is that, because we've done, a Tsarist Russia campaign, and we just finished, well, I've just finished recording the Middle Africa campaign. There's still a lot more to be posted on the channel once this video goes up. But we're going to go for a syndicalist Sweden campaign. I'm not even too sure how you actually get there. I just know you got to get to the first Congress at some point. At some point, you got to get over here. I'm not too sure how that happens. So I've never actually played Sweden in any Hearts of Iron 4 campaign, as far as I remember. Any of actually the Scandinavian countries I haven't actually played, which is kind of surprising, seeing as for some of the games they're one of the more developed countries. But we're going to get all our troops right here. Like, how many men do I actually have? I have 13 divisions. That's not a lot. We have 17,000 manpower, we have 39% party support, 30% stability, 20% war support. So things are not fantastic. I mean, it looks like I have a pretty decently sized navy, at least at the moment. So research slot, what are we going to research right away? First things first, research speed. We're going to get a construction speed as well as production efficiency cap. Just go for the, the basics for right now. And then, so we go for this one, which has some infrastructure. You are a research bonus for a rifle. Planes, boats. Is that really about it? No, we got issues at hand. Political power plus 100. I mean, that seems like a good enough place to start. So what are we going to do with all our divisions? Because really, if we're going to be joining up with the International, our biggest threat, of course, is Germany. But Norway and Finland can both join the Reichspakt, but they also could both join our faction, or at least, or not be hostile at all. So we got some civilian factories. Let's just build a handful of those. We'll just build 2 of them for the time being. Decisions available. Go for our 50 Army Navy experience from the mod. And then that should be okay. So we're going to set up, we're going to actually split these armies in half. How many generals do we have? So we'll put you in charge here. I will put you in charge here. And then put them underneath a field marshal. I'm sure we probably have at least one. Yeah, I'll put them in charge in the best one. So purple, your job right now is going to be, not a front line. Can I draw a front line here? I can. Okay, so you'll be on a front line with Denmark. And then I'm going to have these guys actually on a front line with Finland. Because Finland, at least in the last campaign, in the Middle Africa campaign, Finland did join the Reichspakt. So we might want to have to worry about them a little bit. So let's draw up not this one, get rid of this. Draw up a front line. Nothing too aggressive, just, very basic pushing into Finland. We'll even let's try like a step 2 of that plan as well, which would be to push their way to this lake. There we go. So that's basically step 1. Step 2 of Operation Invade Finland. And then you guys basically are just going to invade Denmark from the coast. Nothing too insane there, I think. So you're all infantry. You're all infantry with 1 cavalry division, which I think is fine. Of course, it also doesn't matter what Norway does. So Sweden in 1936, as the Germans were victorious in the Weltkrieg, Sweden had to adjust to a new world order. As such, few consider it surprising when the Swedish government announced that Sweden would join the German Organization of Middle Europa. Benefiting heavily from this, Lehman and his conservatives managed to fend off the Social Democrats' attempts to take over power through electoral triumph, solidly putting down Sweden on the map as a conservative bulwark of Scandinavia. This may change, however, as Lehman retired 2 years ago. This year, the new leader, Bagge, I have no idea how you say it, who has succeeded Lehman as Prime Minister, will lead his first elections. Will he be able to fend off his nemesis on the opposition, Per Albin Hansen? We have 10 political power for that. Well, the answer to that question is going to be no, because I'm going to try to make sure that doesn't happen. The assassination of Kerensky, again, not a huge surprise there. I'm pretty sure there's no way to avoid that. So we're going to get in here, address big businesses, agriculture reforms, the election will have to happen. I'm guessing this just happens regardless, like we don't have to actually go down this tree. And of course, we're going to go for the opposition victory. Forced abdication, coalition of the like-minded. In a Nordic Federation. Can we go that regardless? Coalition. Yeah, we can go down there regardless. It'd be kind of cool to get a Nordic Federation. Maybe that'll be my one of my end goals here. So Britain has had their totalist event. Again, I'm pretty sure that always happens. The old King of England has died. Let's get... Do we actually have any tanks? What do we actually have in stockpile right now? We have... we're missing 27,000 rifles. We're missing artillery. And we're missing support equipment. And we only have 5 military factories. So this isn't great. I'm going to just get rid of this one boat because I don't care about that. And we'll start just building up a handful of convoys. Because we have 75, that's not too bad. But if we're in a situation where, again, we're at war with Germany, I don't want to have all my convoys sunk. I feel like that's typically not a great thing here. So we have pretty high relations with Germany. Finland also has very high relations with the Germans as well. I think Finland actually is a Norwegian king. Or not a Norwegian king. They have a German king. Yeah, he's got a German heritage there. So we'll see what happens with Finland. Okay, so our manpower is quite low. What actually, yeah, volunteer only, civilian economy, export focus, the Afghanistan-Indian war. So who are you guys? You are production efficiency. Black Mondays happened. I'm assuming we're going to get an event for that. Electoral gridlock in France. Construction speed. Okay, that's all fine. Apparently we do not have a military theorist. We do have a lot of she's a staff, she's a navy, and stuff like that. So just 10 more days until we can look at the issues at hand. So what are you? You're just your infrastructure. Some civilian factories, a bunch of steel and tungsten. And as well some oil. Monthly population goes up. I mean, these are some pretty nice effects. Some pretty nice bonuses here. I don't think we need it right now. And these all take 70 days, which I kind of want to avoid right now. So reassure big businesses is 180 days. Are any of these permanent? You are. Monthly population and max factories are a permanent bonus, as far as I can tell. And we have 155 political power. So what am I going to do right away? I think I'm just going to... Do I want to go straight to early mobilization? Maybe? You know, let's get it going in the right direction at least. Industrial research. Usually I like going for like an industrial, but we can't go down until we finish the focus LKAB. Head of military intelligence. Research speed goes up. You know, let's just go for the early mobilization. Because again, we already know war is going to happen, so might as well get on that right away. Black Monday has arrived in Sweden. Terrible benefits all around. It's actually going into the early mobilization. Probably somewhat mitigates the effect of Black Monday. I mean, it's still really, really bad. I mean, actually, only like I think one civilian factory away from us for construction, which honestly is not too bad, all things considered. Restoration of democracy in Australasia. You know, I guess good for them. So they're gonna be so far. Oh, these guys only have 50 points. Okay. So you are sortie efficiency, decryption. Like a power gain, proton autocrats. Can I replace any of you guys? I can't replace you guys as well. Oh, we actually can't even elect these guys yet. Apparently I can elect anybody here though. Research speed. I mean, they might get... We might not be able to select them once the election happens. So we're just actually going to avoid that for now. Can we go for... How early can you get war economy? No, you gotta be at least 25% war support and be at war. So we can't do that at all, unfortunately. We have our research speed bonus. Let us go for the extra research speed bonus for another 4%. And our manpower is still quite bad. Can we go up to partially or mobilized? Well, no, we're already on limited conscription. And we can't go to extent territorial war. So Soviet Russia has declared war on the Russian Republic. we will see how this goes for them. The Papal Conclave. So how many men do you got? You got 34 to 75 divisions. The Russian Republic has significantly more. I mean, that's not a huge surprise. Tibet joined the Great Khanate, so they're going to go to war with Maklik very soon. And we're very close to getting our agricultural reforms. So is anything else happening in the world right now? So the Afghanistan war is actually looking alright. Is Afghanistan at war with the entirety of the Entente? Yes, they are. It's a little bit weird, I think, how Afghanistan always ends up at war with literally everybody in the Entente. I think it should almost be like a situation where like the AOG is at war with the Republic of China or something like that, where India just doesn't call in allies because it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would French Republic troops or Canadian troops go into India to fight for this? It doesn't seem. It seems odd. In May 1931, a large march of Strikos marched towards the barracks for. Okay. The strike of this year is unusually large. Well, let's let them strike. It's not a big deal for us. You can already see that Finland took a large chunk of Russian Republic territory. The Don Kuban region and Last Order can also take over large chunks of territory from the Russians. We'll see how this happens. Social democracy has gone up. And social conservative has gone down. We got our agricultural reforms. So what do... Wrigley stability can go up. For some political power could cost. You know what? Let's do that. So it's 180 days. I just think more stability is probably what we want. Addresses people's thing. That only changes the party population, which doesn't actually matter. Restart big businesses. Okay. Let's actually go for the infrastructure. Let's actually get these resources. Again, just in case we need them. Like, what actually do we have in our stockpile right now? We do have a pretty decent chunk of steel. But unfortunately, we only have 5 things of tungsten, 4 things of aluminum. We have a decent amount of chromium as well, but really not enough to make a huge difference. Basic machine tools has been researched. So the next thing's not until 1937. There was a research bonus for this in our tree, so we're just going to ignore that for now. And let's go for this here. You know, I'm assuming this... a rising membership of the SSV. While we're at peace in 1914. Yeah, so this is just a bonus. So I guess it's just that one rifle. And no other guns, just that singular one. The Russian Republic's declared war on the Last Order. Oh, so they're probably trying to take territory, and the Russians have declared war. Again, when we played as Russia, we were able to beat back the Finns, Alash, Dan Kuban, and the Soviet Union. But can the Russian AI deal with all those situations as well? We'll see. Because again, they could be at war with the Japanese once again. In this campaign as well. It wouldn't be like a huge surprise or anything like that. So, what do you actually do for us? So use the decisions to reverse the economic downturn caused by Black Monday. Okay, fair enough. Light industrial investments. Maneuvers in the Carpathians. Also, Mosley's been elected chairman of TUC. Okay, so your LKAB. So does that mean they're told us now? Is Mosley in charge here? He is. You know, we'll see how that goes. Evan Lindemann supports the Bay cabinet. Thank you, old friend. Social conservative goes up and 50 political power. Not too bad. I'm going to save my political power, at least for the time being. To get through the Political Crisis Act. And I'm assuming most of those are going to require political power to actually get passed. So if we can do that, make things a little bit simpler for all of us. I wonder, when are the elections? I have no idea. The coup d'etat in Siam, not a... I mean, that always happens, doesn't it? It feels like it always does. And there's going to be like a civil war or something. It almost always happens. Oh, we go straight up to partial mobilized. I'm kind of tempted to do it. You know what? Yeah, let's go to partial mobilized, like, right away. I know I was going to say I was saving my political power, but I've quickly reversed course on that. Apparently, the Russians did not contest the Don Kuban Union at all. So what can we do in here? We can go down some battle plans here, but I don't really think that's necessary, at least for the time being. Let us go for... let's go for the dispersed industry, because again, we're pretty close to Germany. They could bomb us in the future, which again, is something I would prefer to avoid. Peace deal between Canada and Afghanistan. Basically, India, I think, took over like one state or something like that. Are they a puppet state or anything like that, or is it just a, not just a peace deal? Afghanistan was getting volunteers from the British and the French, but apparently that was not enough to actually help them. So we're already at 18% world tension, mostly by the Soviets. And I got Romania. They might actually invade Hungary. They're already trying to claim Transylvania, so we'll see if the Austrian Empire goes to war with the Romanians. You know, it wouldn't be impossible. The SAP refuses to rule out cooperation with radicals. The SAP shows their true colors. Radical socialism goes up, and base stability goes down by 5%. So, all that political power I just spent trying to get my stability up didn't work so well. Unfortunately. So, we have about another week on this one, getting a handful more infrastructure. And we're going to get on the Crisis Act, 21 days. I mean, that's only like 3 weeks. It's not a big deal. And also, it does unlock a bunch of other stuff down here. LKAB. Manuel Carles assumes full control of Argentina. Is he the National Populist guy? He is? Okay. Oh, what did I do to my phone? Ah! There we go. A vote for the SAP is a vote for Paris. Social Conservative goes up, and Market Liberal for some reason goes down. Sure. The Union Syndicalist achieves Italian majority. Which, yeah, still the Syndicalist movement. Okay. Yeah, you got Iceland as a puppet state. What kind of boats do we actually have right now? And what's our Air Force looking like? Not fantastic. I'm gonna actually go to all of my planes. Just go to a single airport for right now. I said, alright, are you, No, you're fighters. Go over here. They might be on the, like, an aircraft carrier or something like that. I'm not too sure. But all of you go over here for now. I mean, do you have an aircraft carrier on you? No, our ships also are terrible. They're all, like, most of them are pre-WWII. Oh, no, we do have a single aircraft carrier. Okay. Yeah, combine all of these planes. Can you go onto the, No, you can't. I guess these guys just go back on those planes then. I don't know how to actually put them on the, hold air wings. I just feel like I don't know how to actually put them on the boats. Oh, there we go. It's that little tiny button right there. There we go. So you guys go fly into that then. So right now our Air Force is quite weak, I would say. Our Navy is consisting mostly of like pre-WWII ships and submarines, which is generally not going to last too well, I'm assuming, against the entirety of the German Navy. But I do think this is going to be a good time to end this episode. So thank everybody for watching. My name is Anthem. If you enjoyed, run a thumbs up. Not enjoyed, you can always thumb down. Subscribe, and goodbye.